Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 5 of What If Naruto Was a Vampire. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, stay in tune because I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto Had the Unknown Sharingan. So stay in tune for that and I hope you guys enjoy. And over on Anime King, I post a new episode of What If Naruto Had multiple people sealed inside of him, so go ahead and check that out and enjoy. And later on, I'm going to be doing a new episode of What If Naruto Returned Different after his training trip, so stay in tune for that and I hope you guys enjoy each and every episode. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support guys, and yeah, without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So the last spot we left off, Naruto did the bell test as him and Team 7 pass as they become officially Team 7. Eva also came by, but she didn't stay for too long as she just dropped off blood samples and a note. As Naruto read it, as Eva found out that she could drink someone that have a rare bloodline and gain their ability when she drink their blood. So she found a man and a woman. The woman has an ability called Crystal Style, and the man can produce bone from his body. He can manipulate his bones in his body. As Naruto drink both of them. As Eva was right, he gained the bloodlines. So with that, Team 7 then spent some time doing some D-rank missions until Naruto was getting sick and tired of those, as he asked the Hokage for a higher mission. As the Hokage decided to give him a C rank, as they were supposed to deliver Tazuna to the land of Wave and stay there with him while he rebuilt the bridge. So the team headed off as they faced off against the Demon Brothers, and Tazuna tell the real story that Wave didn't have enough money, so that is why they asked for a C rank, as he told them that Gato is after him. But the group decided to take the mission same way. Eva was also out as she was still scouting through the elemental nations as she found a bat summoning contract. As she asked the bat permission, the leader of the group, if she can give this to her friend. His name is Naruto. As the bat accepted, as long as Naruto is like her. And with that, Eva set off. Meanwhile, Naruto and his group came face to face with Zabuza. As Kakashi told them to protect Azuna, he will handle this. As Kakashi went off and faced off against Zabuza. But the battle ended with Zabuza capturing Kakashi in a water prison. As Zabuza created 3 water clones that attacked the group. And Naruto revealed that he has been wearing weights all of this time, as he took off 50 pounds, but he still had on more weights. Seeing that Zabuza was a strong enemy, he could stretch his limbs and finally fight. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Kakashi was shouting for his group to get away, but they wouldn't listen, as he wanted them to run, as Naruto is now trying to challenge Zabuza. Kakashi knows that Naruto is strong, but still, he cannot win against Zabuza, Kakashi thought. Meanwhile, Naruto was looking into the forest, as he could hear another heartbeat, knowing that Zabuza had some kind of apprentice, someone else around here. But they're hiding their presence well, but Naruto can hear their heartbeat, as he focused on the spot. But before he could say something, the 2 clones rushed at him, as one of them stayed behind and protected the real Zabuza, whose hand was in the water prison to hold Kakashi. Naruto, Sakura cried out, "Watch out!" As Naruto turned as he saw the 2 clones coming towards him, as both of them brought up their sword, as they then slammed it down hard as there was a boom. As Sakura screamed out, worrying about her teammate, as Sasuke narrowed his eyes as he couldn't see anything because of the smoke. When the smoke cleared, nothing was there. As everyone looked around, even the clones. But the last thing the clones saw was a feet, as 2 feet smashed into the clone's face as they burst into a puddle of water. As Naruto landed on the ground, Do you really think that clone could take me out? Naruto asked, as he looked at Zabuza. Huh, cocky are we, said Zabuza. Kill him, as another clone rushed forward, as he swung his massive sword, but Naruto jumped right over it. As the clone then turned his hand and brought up the sword to clean Naruto in half, but Naruto brought down his left leg, with great force knocking the sword down to the ground, as he then pulled back his fist and slammed it right into the clone's face, as the clone burst into pure water. As Naruto then ran through hand sign, as he took in a deep breath, as he had learned a lot over the years, with the Kyuubi also helping him here and there, and Eva went off to find him scrolls to teach him about his elements, but she didn't know about them. But the Kyuubi told Naruto that he possessed the elements of wind and water, and also a small affinity to fire. So Eva went around the village as she took scrolls from various hidden places, as she brought them to Naruto, and Naruto learned a lot. As Naruto said wind bullets, as he fired wind bullets at Zabuza, Zabuza brought up his sword as he blocked the wind bullets. Whoa, he's actually doing great, said Sakura. That dope. How did he become so strong? And that jutsu, where did he learn it? Sasuke wondered. As Zabuza finished blocking all of the wind bullets, he realized that Naruto was no longer in front of him. Huh? Where did he go? As Zabuza then had to jump away, releasing the water prison as Kakashi fell to the ground, as Naruto instantly appeared in front of him and swiped at him, but he was fast enough to move back. But he then felt something on his cheek. Blood was coming down. He hit me? But when? Zabuza thought. Seemed like this kid's faster than I thought, he said to himself. As Naruto then jumped forward, not waiting for Kakashi to say anything, as he rushed towards Zabuza. Zabuza brought his sword down to clean Naruto in half, but Naruto jumped to the side as Zabuza then turned his hand as he sliced at Naruto, but Naruto ducked. As Zabuza brought up his leg and tried to kick Naruto in the face, but Naruto twisted his body at a weird angle as he sighed Zabuza's kick. Zabuza then brought down his left hand as he tried to punch Naruto right in the face, but Naruto grabbed his hand. Let go of me, you brat, Zabuza said as he tried to cut Naruto with his sword, but Naruto flipped over, still holding onto his hand, as Naruto brought Zabuza's hand down and threw Zabuza over his shoulder, slamming him straight down into the ground. As Zabuza looked at Naruto, who was above him, as Naruto planted his feet in Zabuza's face, sending Zabuza flying back as he crashed into a tree. As Naruto was upon him in seconds, Naruto brought back his leg as he then slammed it into Zabuza's stomach, as Zabuza broke through the tree as he skipped across the ground. Meanwhile, Kakashi and the others were watching in surprise, as Sasuke couldn't believe it. Zabuza was able to take Kakashi down and trap him in that water prison, but the dope was dealing with him like he was nothing. How exactly strong is he? He wondered. As Zabuza was now on the ground, he was still holding on to his sword. As Naruto walked up to him, he then mustered up the strength as he swung his sword to slice Naruto again, but Naruto grabbed the blade. As blood started to run down from Naruto's hand, as Zabuza's eyes went wide. That should have sliced his hand off. How is this kid so strong, he said, as he tried to push harder, but Naruto kicked him in the face and twisted the sword out of his hand. The demon of the mist, huh? Nothing but a weakling, said Naruto, as he raised the blade in the air. As Naruto then spotted something at the corner of his eye, as Naruto dodged a senbon needle coming towards his face. Finally here, huh? He said as he threw away the sword. In that instant, Haku was in front of him, as Haku tried to stab Naruto with 3 senbon needles, but Naruto deflected all of them, as he tried to backhand Haku away, but she ducked as she speed through hand sign. She slammed her hand on the ground. Ice quickly came from the ground and froze Naruto's feet in place. Haku, kill him, said Zabuza. Naruto brought up his hand as he smashed his fist into the ice, breaking it. But the moment he lifted up his head, Haku placed a tag on his forehead, as she then did a roundhouse kick and kicked him away back over to his friends. As the tag then exploded, it was an explosive tag. As Kakashi one eye went wide, that was a direct hit right in his face. As Sakura screamed out Naruto's name, as Tazuna rushed over to the boy, he did save him from those demon brothers. As he placed a hand at Naruto's neck and checked his pulse. As he couldn't even see Naruto's face, smoke was coming from it, but he could tell it was badly damaged. But he found no pulse. As he looked at him and shook his head negatively. What? Said Sakura. as she couldn't believe it. I'm afraid he is, said Tazuna. That damn dope went and got himself killed, said Sasuke as he squeezed his fist. As Sasuke then turned and looked at Zabuza, as Haku was helping him up, as Kakashi was now in a fit of rage. He knew who Naruto was. He knew that he was a son of Minato Sensei, his sensei, and he failed Minato, he failed Obito. But there was Naruto, and they all worked together and passed his test because of Naruto. But now, he failed Minato Sensei yet again by letting his son die, as he picked up himself off the ground. As Haku went through hand sign as he slammed his hand on the ground, as ice froze all of their feet. As Sakura was crying, tears were leaking from her eyes, as she couldn't believe it. Naruto is dead. Are they going to be next? As Naruto's finger twitched, but no one saw that. As Naruto was lying on the ground, the only reason why Tazuna didn't feel a pulse, he was already dead. But not that a silly explosion can kill him, as his eyes then turned blood red. A far distance away, Eva was walking on the road, as she felt something was wrong. She only felt this feeling before, when she was training Naruto a long while back. It was a surge of power. She doesn't know if it's because she was the one who turned him, their link or something, but she could feel his power growing inside of him whenever he loses control. She doesn't know if it's because of the Nine Tails, but his power seems to go crazy when he is angry, and she feels that same feeling right now. Back to the battlefield, Zabuza looked at Haku. Haku, kill them all. Our mission is to kill the bridge builder, take him out as well, and make sure to bring his head for Gato. As you wish, said Haku, as Kakashi was still weakened, seeing that he has used his Sharingan so much from the earlier battle with Zabuza, and the other two were captured, and Naruto. But Kakashi was shocked when he saw that Naruto was no longer there. What? Where is he? As Sakura saw that Kakashi was looking over there as she turned her head. Naruto? She said, as Haku noticed it as well, as he looked around. Where is that other boy? Haku wondered. Before Haku could say or think anything else, a leg slammed right into his side, as a great portion of his ribs broke at that second, as Haku was sent flying, as he skipped across the ground like a stone skipping on water, as he smashed into a tree bark. As everyone saw Naruto, he was fine. How could that be possible? They couldn't see his entire face, but they could see the lower half. But his hair was shadowing the top half of his face, as a growl escaped his lips, as they saw a sick twisted smile came on his lips. As Naruto then looked up, his eyes were red like blood, and that smile just made him look psychotic. As he turned his sights on Zabuza, Zabuza stepped back in fear. He didn't know what this was. What is this presence? Said Zabuza to himself as he stepped back. As Naruto dashed forward, his hands were different as well. His fingernails were long, like they could rip through flesh. As Naruto thrust his arm forward, as Zabuza twisted his body and tried to move, as Naruto tear right through his side, as blood started to gush from his side as he dropped to his knees. As Naruto appeared behind him and brought down his claw extended hand, but Haku pushed Zabuza out of the way, as his mask was destroyed, as he had long black hair. As he looked at Naruto, as blood was coming from his mouth, his ribs were destroyed by that kick, and he's badly damaged, but he used all of the strength in his body to get over here to protect Zabuza. As Naruto looked at him, as he grabbed Haku by the throat, as he started to squeeze, as his claws started to dig into Haku's throat, as Team 7 stood there and watched the monster in front of them. That is all they could think, because right now Naruto is acting like a wild monster. As Kakashi didn't understand, this was not the Kyuubi. Something was strange because he didn't sense any of the Kyuubi's presence, any of that foul chakra he sensed back then. What is this new power? What is he? Kakashi wondered, as Haku blood sprayed on Naruto's face, as some of it got really close to his lips, as Naruto licked his lips, ingesting Haku's blood with his bloodline with it. As Naruto then released Haku as his body dropped to the ground, dead after being squeezed so long by Naruto and his enhanced strength. As Naruto then turned as he was about to march over to Zabuza, when he heard a voice in his head, "Don't let the bloodlust control you. You are stronger than that. Don't let it control you. You may be a monster, but you don't have to act like one." Those were the words that Eva told him as Naruto shook his head as he regained composure as he looked around. He knew exactly what he was doing, but there was just this instinct to kill. But Naruto was suppressing it right now. And also, seeing all this blood is taking him a bit, because right now he just wants to rip right into Zabuza's flesh and drink his blood, but he cannot do that in front of them. As he calmed himself down, as he looked at Zabuza, who was slowly bleeding out on the ground, holding his bloody side, as Naruto walked over to him, as Zabuza was now looking up at the sky. "It seems like you defeated me, kid," Zabuza said. "It seems so." "I'm not going to ask what was that back then," said Zabuza as he coughed up some blood. "You know, I can see it now," said Zabuza. "See what?" said Naruto. "You. There is something special about you. And soon the whole world will be saying your name." "You can see that?" said Naruto. "Are you some kind of psychic?" "Well, not really. As Team 7 was just watching the whole interaction between Naruto and Zabuza, they were just trying to kill each other a minute ago, but now they were talking like they were friends." "Before you drift off into the eternal sleep, I want to ask you something," said Naruto. "Huh, what is it?" asked Zabuza. "I want to know, where is Gato?" "He has a mansion in the forest, on the top of a hill, with a lot of acres surrounding it. But today, in the night, he will be visiting me. Well, he was supposed to. But seeing that I'm going to die right here, but he's still gonna come. I have a little hut in the forest. It looks like a tree house, but it's kind of an underground base. So yeah, you can go there and wait for him there, and end this." "You seem so generous with this information," said Naruto. "Well, you defeated me and Haku. It's time that we sleep that eternal sleep you said. And I respect you for your strength. You're a good fighter," Zabuza said, as he finally died from blood loss. As Naruto got up, "Naruto, what was that?" Sakura asked as she looked at him. As Naruto turned, his eyes were now back to blue. His fingernails were back to normal. "I don't know what you're talking about," said Naruto, as Kakashi then collapsed on the ground. "Kakashi-sensei," said Sakura as she rushed over to him. "He's fine," said Naruto. "He's probably just exhausted from using that Sharingan of his." "So Tazuna, do you have somewhere we can rest?" asked Naruto. "Yeah, sure, my house is not far from here, and you all can come there and rest." And with that, the group headed off, as Sasuke was glancing at Naruto. What the hell is he? Sasuke wondered, as that power while ago was nothing normal. Later in the night, Kakashi was asleep in one of the bedrooms, while Sakura was helping Tazunami as she was cooking dinner, while mostly observing, seeing that she can't cook. As Sasuke was outside pushing himself, trying to get stronger, but Naruto was nowhere around here, as he was currently at Zabuza's hut. As Naruto was just resting there on the couch, he then heard the door open, as he heard footsteps coming towards him. "Zabuza," said a voice, as Naruto watched as a short man enter, with a ton of guards behind him. "Huh? Who is this brat? Hey, who are you?" Gato asked. "So, you're Gato," said Naruto. "Yeah, that's me. And what does that have to do with you? And where the hell is Zabuza? Are you some kind of his apprentice or something?" "No, I killed Zabuza," said Naruto. "You what?" asked Gato. "Yes, you heard me right, I killed him. But he told me about where you're hiding, and that you will come to visit him today. You probably want information about the bridge builder, right? To traffic your goods through Wave. But the bridge builder is fine, and the bridge will be completed. So you can't keep using this village as a secret hideout to keep your drugs and all this crap." "You dare speak to me like that? Do you know who the hell I am?" asked Gato. Yeah, a dead man. As Gato chuckled. Alright boys, first one to bring me his head get a bonus. As the mercenaries behind Gato moved forward, as they had their swords. You know, I haven't eaten anything since we got here, Naruto said as his fangs extended. The next morning, Kakashi was up and about as he was well rested, but he was still not at 100%. As the group was looking for Naruto, Sakura had told them that she saw him last night and he was heading off, but before she could say anything to him, he vanished, as she didn't know where he was. As all of them were now at the table. Well, alright, I'll go search for him, said Kakashi. But before Kakashi could get up, the door opened. As Naruto entered, there was blood stain on his shirt. Naruto, where have you been? Asked Kakashi. Out, said Naruto. What do you mean out? Asked Sakura. As Naruto was carrying a bag in his hand. What's that? She asked him. As she could smell the smell from here, it was blood. What the hell is in that? Said Sasuke as he looked at the bag. Oh, I brought you guys a gift, he said looking at Tazunami, as he placed the bag on the counter. Your village is now free, he said. I'm gonna take a shower, as he went off. As Tazuna went over, as he slowly opened the bag, as he stepped back in shock. What is it? Asked Kakashi. It's a head. Gato's head. What? Sakura said. Did Naruto cut someone's head off? It seems that way. He killed Gato. Wait, this means the village is free, said Tazunami. But to do it in such a way and bring us ahead, that boy is really scary, she said. As Kakashi was thinking, a lot of things were on his mind, like how did Naruto come back so quickly after an explosive tag went off right in his face? And Tazuna checked his pulse and said he was dead. Could Tazuna be wrong? Or was something strange going on? As Kakashi did not understand, he saw the explosive tag went off. It was the real Naruto. Or was it a clone? Yeah, he knew that Naruto knew how to do the Shadow Clone Jutsu, but the clone would have exploded once it got damaged. So what happened back there? Well, I guess I'll just have to ask him one-on-one, Kakashi thought. So with that, it was smooth sailing, seeing that no Gato was around, and no more mercenaries to mess with their bridge building. And with Naruto helping out, seeing that he wants to go back home, after creating multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu, the bridge was finished in a week and a half, and it was supposed to take at least a month. As the villagers and Tazuna, everyone was grateful for Naruto for what he did. He killed Gato, he got that tyrant off their heads, as everyone at Wave loved him. Kakashi had asked him what happened there when the explosive tag went off in his face. Naruto told Kakashi that it was a clone that took the explosive tag. He just applied a little bit more chakra to keep the clone sustaining so that it wouldn't explode when he got hurt. But Kakashi was still suspicious of Naruto though. But for now, he would just keep an eye on him. Time skip. We now have the group inside of Konoha as they were currently at the Hokage's office. Mission well done, Team 7. You're dismissed. Kakashi, I need to speak to you, said Hiruzen, as the rest of them went off. The moment they exit the Hokage's tower, Sasuke, you want to get something to eat to celebrate? Asked Sakura. Sasuke simply grunted as he walked away. As Sakura sighed, she then turned, as Naruto was already up ahead, as she quickly rushed up to him. Naruto, Naruto, she said, as he then stopped and turned and looked at her. What is it? He asked. You want to celebrate? Want to get something to eat? As a smile was on her face, there was no way Naruto was going to turn her down. Well, he has changed over the past few years, she thought to herself. No, he said as he walked off. What? She said to him. I said no. I don't have time to waste with you. And with that he vanished. It seems like both of them don't want me around, she thought to herself, as she walked away. Meanwhile, back at the Hokage's office, you say it wasn't Nine-Tails chakra, right? Yes, said Kakashi, but I don't understand. How did he possess that strength, that speed? And his eyes, they were red. Was that a side effect of the fox? But you said that he didn't use any of the Nine-Tails chakra, said Hiruzen. Yes, that is a weird thing. I sensed none of the Nine-Tails chakra. It was just different. It felt more dark. It was like a dark, looming aroma. If I could tell you what it felt like, I could say it was like death. Yeah, death itself. And he was able to defeat both Haku and Zabuza quickly. It seems like his strength tripled. Neither of them could keep up with his speed and his strength. One kick broke Haku's ribs, as she risked her life to save Zabuza though. But Naruto, he did not hold back. He showed no mercy, as he squeezed the life out of her, killing her. And Zabuza bleed out right there. That is concerning. Kakashi, I want you to keep a close eye on him. Ever since 5 years ago, Naruto has changed. He has grown out his hair. His attitude has completely changed, and I no longer see that smile. What do you mean? Kakashi asks. Well, Naruto was always cheerful, even though the people in the village never really liked him that much, and you know why. But Naruto never let that get to him. He was always so happy and pulling pranks, even though he was doing them to get attention. But he never leave that smile off of his face. But now it's gone completely. It's been 5 years since I saw that smile, and I don't know what's up with him. So I need you to keep a close eye on him, especially when you're out on missions. What about the upcoming Chunin exams? Should I enroll them? Do you think they're ready? Well, from what he has shown today, I think Naruto can go through the Chunin exams without ease, seeing that Zabuza is much stronger than most of the participants, said Kakashi. Meanwhile, at Kumo, did you hear? Said Karu. The Chunin exams are coming up in 3 weeks, and we're going to enter, said Karu as he looked at Amoy. Really? That's gonna be troublesome, he said. You're always so lazy, said Karu as she smacked him across the head. What was that for? For you being too lazy, she cursed at him. Come on guys, quiet down, said another voice. As Karu turned, it was Yujito. So Yujito, aren't you excited for the upcoming Chunin exams? Well, yeah. I want to test my strength against other villages' strength, she said, that smile on her face. Yeah, we're going to kick their ass, said Karu. Meanwhile, at the sand village, Gaara was standing on a rooftop as his sand was crushing the enemy shinobi who just tried to assassinate him, as the body fell to the ground with a thud. Gaara, are you alright? Said Temari as she came through the window and came on the rooftop. As she looked over at the sand shinobi that was dead. Another one, she said to him. Are you alright? As Gaara looked at her with a glare as she stepped back. Leave me alone, he said to her, as he then turned and walked away, as he floated off the rooftop with his sand. Mother, don't worry. The upcoming Chunin exams are coming, and a lot of other village would be there, and I will make you taste each and every one of their blood, said Gaara as a sick twisted smile came on his face. Meanwhile, with Eva, she was currently face to face with the one and only Orochimaru. Orochimaru, that's your name, she said. If it was up to me, I would call you Snake Freak, given how you look and all. As a tick mark came on Orochimaru's forehead. This girl is something else. Orochimaru had captured her. Well, that's what she made him think. As Eva found out that some ninjas were trailing her, as she caught one of them and went through his head. They were called Sound Ninjas. It was because of the guy and girl. One of them was Kimimaru and the other one was Guren. The blood sample that she took from them, but she didn't kill them. Oh, they must have told this Orochimaru guy that she bit on their necks, and yeah, he must have found that strange, said Eva, as she then found the location after going through his head, as she arrived at this big hideout and went underground, but she then fell through a trap door, as she was now surrounded by wires with all of these explosive tag on it. That is what it is called. As Orochimaru then appeared. You know I can end you at any second, right? Said Orochimaru. By just activating one of these tags, and your body will blow into a million pieces. As Eva looked at him. So why don't you do it then? She said to him. Well, I want some information first, said Orochimaru. Guren informed me that you bit down on Kimimaru's neck, and you drink his blood. And after that, you seem to be showing signs of the Kagai bloodline technique, the bone release. Guren then said that you attack her, She woke up with 2 puncture wounds in her neck. So you drank her blood as well. But I want to know, what exactly did you do? And how did you get Kimimori's bloodline? He's the only one left out of this clan. So, answer me that question, and I might set you free. Don't take me for a fool, Orochimaru, said Eva. You're the bad guy here. It doesn't matter what I tell you, you will never let me free. And especially if you found out what I can do. You would want me more for like a test subject. Giving me ideas like that. You don't. Sound scared. Well, that's because I'm not, said Eva. I'm not scared of you. I've been through worse. Tough girl, are we? Yes, I am, said Eva. Now, you want to know why I took their blood? It's because I'm different. When I drink a person's blood, I gain his or her bloodline. Yeah, I found out the name recently. It's called a bloodline, isn't it? And that is why I can use Kimimaro, bone release, and also that crystal release from that girl. Yeah, I'm quite special. And what kind of ability is that? That gains you to use other bloodlines? Well, it just worked for me, seeing that I'm a vampire and all. A what? Said Orochimaru. You're a vampire? Huh. As Orochimaru then started to chuckle. What's so funny, Eva asks. I've heard of that myth before. Vampires, immortal beings who feed on human blood. But that's impossible. You can't be a vampire. And why is that? Said Eva. Because nothing like that exists. There's no immortal beings roaming this earth. As Eva opened her mouth to show her fangs. Think again, she said to him. As Orochimaru's eyes went wide. As he moved closer. Answer me this. Are you truly immortal? Yes, I am, said Eva. As a big smile came on Orochimaru's face. How is this possible? How did you become a vampire? He asked her. Well, I'm not going to tell you that. Now you know. Can you let me out of here? Huh, you said it yourself. I'm the villain here. So I'm going to take you and experiment on you. Because I want to know the secrets of your body. And how did you become truly immortal? You have what I've been seeking for all these years. And now I will obtain it. True immortality, Orochimaru said, as he let off a mad chuckle. As Eva looked at him. Wow, you're like really crazy. But no, you're not going to experiment on me. You think I'm some kind of lab rat or something like that? And how exactly are you going to stop me? Asked Orochimaru. Like this, said Eva. As there was a poof. As she turned into a small ant. What? Where is she? Said Orochimaru as he looked around. As he could no longer see her. As Eva was now on the roof. As she turned back to human. Weirdo, she said. I wonder if I shouldn't have told him that I'm a vampire. Or that vampires are real. Nah, I don't think it will affect me or Naruto, she said. As she then turned into a bat as she fly away. But guys, we'll be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And yeah, stay in tune for the rest of the series coming your way, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. And remember guys, if you're new and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click those red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and stay in tune for What If Naruto returned different after his training trip that I'm going to be posting on Anime King. And later on this channel, I'm going to be posting What If Naruto had the unknown Sharingan. So stay in tune for that, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every episode. So yeah guys, without further ado, I'm out for now. See you guys later. Peace.